guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, I have missed doing this and I'm so happy to be back, and it's been so long. I've been thinking throughout this whole time that I should do it, but something always got in the way or I made a reason for it, but no more reasons. I'm going to be consistent this time around. She says that, and now we'll see how long this goes on for. But today, as you must have seen from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about perfecting your base for beginners. So what happened was a friend messaged me saying that she wants to know how to perfect her base. Oh, small fly. Okay, so she wants to know how to perfect her base, and she had all these questions which I felt like were really good questions for someone who wouldn't know makeup. Like, for me, they seem like things that I would do usually, but for someone who is just getting into it, it would be really important. So I'm going to try to address that throughout this video. And yeah, let's dive right in. Okay, so I've showered and there's nothing on my face right now. I thought this would be a great way to show, for beginners with the least amount of items, how you can, take care of your skin and still have like a no makeup look or a beginner's look going on. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply some moisturizer. Usually my skincare would include like a couple of more steps, but since this is for people who are just getting into the whole skincare and makeup game, this is for them. Right, so today the moisturizer I'm going to be using is the Requil Oil Free Mattifying Moisturizer, and this comes with a little pump, and I'm just going to take one pump of this on my finger. And I've bought this moisturizer like last month and I was really enjoying it. Like, I especially like to concentrate it through the center of my face, since this is an oil-free, I forget how to speak. Anyways, an oil-free mattifying prime moisturizer. Oh god, I can't speak. This is what happens when I shoot a video once in 6 months. Anyways, so this is an oil-free mattifying primer. It really like controls the oil, especially through the center of my face. So I just apply a nice amount of this all over my face, and you can see, that it doesn't leave your skin with a kind of oily sheen that most moisturizers do, but my skin still feels, like it has been moisturized. That's why I really like it. But the only thing about this is that it doesn't have SPF in it, and I always like moisturizers that usually have SPF because that saves one step, and I don't like going out of the house, or I don't like spending my day without having SPF on. And I keep telling everyone I know how important SPF is. So you always have to have SPF. So obviously my next step is to apply an SPF. So this is the Innisfree Blueberry Rebalancing Watery Sun Cream SPF 45. Since we are in India and the sun is quite intense over here, that's why I've gone for something that has quite an high SPF. Again, I'm going to take this and apply it all over my skin. If you would have noticed, between my moisturizer and putting on the SPF, since I was talking to y'all, there was almost like a 35 to 40 seconds gap between the two steps of skincare, and that's another important thing that I like to do between steps of skincare, just so that the previous step, or the previous product, gets that amount of time to sink into your skin. And yeah, so now that we have this on, my skin feels nice and plump. So I'm going to let this be on for, again, another 45 seconds before I do anything else. In that much time, let's talk about some more alternatives of moisturizers that have SPF in it, so that you don't have to use two steps on your skin and you can just go with one. One product that I don't have on me right now but is an all-time favorite. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I used to have really bad acne and I went through treatment for it. And right after that, I started using this product from Olay, which is, I will just put it up on the screen over here. And this moisturizer has been my favorite for a long time. I think I was using it up until this lockdown, but I don't have it with me anymore because I haven't been able to get my hands on it. But this product is a lifesaver. It is so good. I love it. It suits my skin. So I hope it will work for you guys as well. But everyone has different skin types, so that's why I want to give you more options. Another moisturizer that has SPF in it and is pretty good, but I would recommend this for people who have a little bit of a drier skin type because this is quite oily in nature, and that is the Garnier Light Complete Serum Cream UV. And I will put down links to this and the Olay and all the products I use in this video down in the description box, so you can all find it over there. Right, so like I mentioned, this video basically came up because of a friend asking me what she should do since she's just getting started in makeup, and she had a lot of questions. One more question that she had, and one of the questions that was one of her first questions, I think is because she's heard this word so much, was about primer. So she asked me if she should get primer as one of the first products she has, and my suggestion to her was, since you're just getting started in this, primer is not that necessary because primer just helps you fill in the pores that you might have. Like, I have a lot of pores over here in this area around my nose and under my eyes. So primer helps in filling those pores up, and it also helps your makeup stay on for longer, especially if you're doing like a more glam look. But for someone who's a beginner, I would suggest that hold off on buying the primer once you get more into it, or if you feel like you want your makeup to last for that much time, then you can definitely invest in a primer. So today I am going to put a little bit of primer on right through the center of my face, and I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. So I'm just gonna dunk my finger in there and put it right through the center of my face. Even I'm using like a really tiny amount because I don't need, or I don't feel like I might need it, but I don't feel like I need that much because I'm trying to do an easy, simple beginner's look right now. Right. So I think that's all the skin prep done, and this is really simple, really basic. You have to remember not to forget SPF. If you are in the house or outside the house, no matter what, you need to have SPF on. It slows down aging of the skin, your fine lines appear later, and it just protects your skin from all the sun rays, all the UV rays, everything around you. Right. So the next thing we're going to do now is talk about concealer. And my suggestion to people who are just getting into makeup is don't go for foundation. Don't, it becomes really intense to work with at sometimes because you can't get it blended all the way. Your face doesn't match your ears and your neck. So using concealer is a really easy way to just work on the areas that you want to hide, or the areas that need some kind of correcting, and you can be really precise with it. You can just apply a little bit of it, whereas foundation, things can go really haywire if you are not used to applying it. Right, so now let's get started with the concealer. While doing this, I'm going to address some more questions that came up from my friend. So another question she asked me was basically how much concealer should I use before it goes really wrong. So I'm like, that's a really great question, because I don't think people address that, like how much concealer you should use depending on, you know, what your requirement is. Because people basically talk like apply the concealer here, 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 but not how much you can use, you know, or you know how to layer it up. So I just like to address that. And yeah, so I'm just going to take this. I like this doe foot applicator. It's really easy, you know, for precision. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this under my eye, because under my eye is the main area. And what I like to do is just take 3 lines across my under eye, which I feel like is enough right now. And there's always the case of building it up. You don't need to be, you know, you don't need to go with a lot and then struggle to blend it out. You can always put a little bit, and then if you feel like you need more, you put more over there. Then another thing that she asked me was about beauty blenders. Is there a particular type of beauty blender you buy? Or sorry, I shouldn't call it beauty blender, but rather beauty sponge. Is there a type of beauty sponge, like a material that you get? So there have been a lot of materials lately. There was the fuzzy sponge, but I just like these normal sponges that, you know, they become double the size when you soak them in water, and then you squeeze out all the water from them, and they're really nice and damp and easy to apply with. People also like applying with a brush or with their fingers, but I just love applying it with this. So I'm just going to slowly start blending it out. If you can see, I'm starting from the lower part, just blending that in. Then whatever is left here on top, I'm going to take that towards my lash line and blend that out. If you can see, that's made a huge difference already as compared to this side. My under eyes are a little more even tone, they are a little more brighter. So I'm gonna keep doing this till I feel like it's all nicely blended out. Okay, so I've just finished the other eye off camera. Now I'm going to move on to the other places where applying concealer just evens out your skin tone. So what I like to do, and what I would suggest, is you put a little 2 lines in the middle of your forehead. This much concealer is enough to cover almost all of this area, and you will see that. Then just to highlight your nose and kind of, you know, the bridge of your nose, you apply a small line over there. And I'm going to take a little bit on the side of my nose, one drop, just one dot. I just took one dot, that's more than enough. And because I have like shadows over here, 2 small lines here and one on the bottom of my chin. So we're just gonna go ahead and blend all this out really softly. Just take the beauty sponge and blend it out. Obviously I'm taking my own sweet time now, because I'm trying to show people, you know, people who are just getting into it. But as you get used to it, you're going to be really quick with it, and this would usually take me 5 minutes to finish. And yeah, are you enjoying my makeup faces? And also let me know if you want me to do more like beginner makeup, and I can obviously like build from this tutorial and go to, you know, one step higher than this, which would involve using a little more blush or contouring, or and just go through, you know, specific concepts of makeup. Right. So as you can see now, it's basically the center of my face that is really bright and has been, you know, toned out by the concealer. After this, it's totally up to you, but if you have any kind of spots that you would like to hide, or you would like to even do, like if you can see this, I have another one here, but when I blended out the concealer on this side, that kind of got covered up, and I'm fine with that on a regular basis. I don't need more than that, but if I was going for something more glam, I would have put on more on it. But this, and then just this area, I wanted a little more covered up, so I'm going to add a couple of dots here, and over here you can see these three spots, and this fourth one I'm just going to add a little concealer on all of these and blend it out. And also here on my chin. Right, so that's all blended out, and if you can see, what I've done here is I focused the concealer only through the center of my face. And if you must have seen other beauty videos or makeup videos, people apply contouring to the sides of their face. So by applying concealer only to the center of your face and brightening it up, you're still keeping the natural contour of your face. Right, so the next step now is a powder, because if you don't put powder over concealer or any kind of cream products, if you notice right now we've put like three different layers of skincare, and then I've put the concealer on. If I don't put on powder right now to set it, it's going to move around throughout the day and it's going to come off really easily. So I'm just taking this Essence mattifying compact powder and a fluffy brush, and taking a nice amount of the powder on there, just dunking it in, and I'm going to start applying this through the center of my face, my forehead, my nose, basically the areas that get oily first, going in a little heavy handed over there so that it doesn't move around, and I can keep this makeup on for quite some time and not have it move around. Then I'm going to take the powder on the side of my brush and just lightly dust it under my eyes. And then I'm just going to take a little bit more and just on the rest of my face. Right, and that's our base all done. Right guys, so that is my take on beginner's base. As you can see, I don't just have my base on anymore because I'm making this into a series. So my next video is going to be on how to perfect your eyes, and that will be out next week. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification to know when I put that video on, and also like and comment down below if you want me to do more videos like this. Also share this with everyone you know so that you can help out more people who are looking for videos for beginners, because one of the things my friend told me was that she couldn't find anything that was really basic and like directed towards her. So that's why I did this. So if you know someone else who would like that, be sure to share it with them, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.